Okay, Gemini North Node, I see you. I'm a Gemini North Node. So here's the deal. I did a little reading that'll take you out to about the end of March, just to give you a little energetic forecast of what's going to be going on with your North Node. Your North Node is your karmic pathway. So what am I here to do? What am I here to achieve? Or what am I here to learn? Most people hug on to that South Node like it's going out of style. So South Node Sagittarius, if you have a North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius, by the way, that is the exalted placement for that North Node mathematical point. It loves being in Gemini as a North Node, and it loves being Sagittarius as a South Node. So this is really good, because what exalted means is it's energetically alive. It is kind of boosted. All right, it's kind of boosted. So that's a really great place to have your North Node. And North Node and Gemini, I get it. We're talkers, we're communicators. And, take a look at this reading and see how it might align with your life. Or are you getting a sense that you're really stuck and I really have to go toward that North Node to learn some new stuff? It's possible, because that's what North Node wants you to do. All right, so here's your reading. All right, North Node in Gemini, welcome in. Deep breath, everybody. This is North Node in Gemini. So North Node, for those of you who are new to it, is your karmic pathway in this life. If you have a North Node in Gemini, I don't know what house it's in, but maybe we'll discuss that a little bit more in the extended. You have a South Node in Sagittarius, okay? North Node in Gemini is about going toward your own belief systems. It is about digging deep into what you believe and what you want to put out into the world. It is about being a teacher, about being a guide or a mystic. It can be, but Gemini is very cerebral. It's an air sign. So let's see where we go with this. I'm going to do a different kind of spread here. I'm going to use a Celtic cross, a modified Celtic cross. And in the extended, I'll talk about the houses, okay? Depending on which house it's in. And I'll talk more about the Sagittarius South Node, because sometimes people can hang on to the South Node too long, and that's what causes tower moments in their life, okay? So Gemini North Node, let's see where we go. What is coming up for you in the next 3 months? The first 3 months of 2023 begin now. All right, you get jumped out at me, so I'll take that. Voyage of the Heart. I've been feeling this a little bit. I'm a Gemini North Node, so I've definitely been feeling that there is love is going to become more important this year than it has been. Grace and gratitude. There can be a reason to forgive someone, send someone grace. There can be some old relationships that need tying up in a bow and moving on to a different type of relationship with them, or completing the relationship and having gratitude for that. I do feel like there's a new path that's showing up, North Node in Gemini, and it is going to need to come from your heart's desire. You cannot come from just a cerebral place, even though North Node in Gemini is very cerebral, right? And this is going to fire up your gratitude. It's going to show you how wonderful it is to live from your heart instead of just from your head, okay? Some of you, all of you with North Node in Gemini have South Node in Sagittarius. South Node in Sagittarius is more about exploration, and exploration in kind of a higher learning way. Gemini is really about self-taught, right? I want to dig deep into a topic. I want to go down this road. I want to embrace it. I want to understand what my belief system is, not the belief system that I can plug into, right? That's, religions or political parties or anything like that. This is about what I believe, what you personally believe, okay? So Gemini, uncovering treasure. This one jumped out. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. I like it so far. Okay. Let's use a modified Celtic cross. For those of you who want to learn tarot from me, there's a link in the description box for my Wisdom of the Tarot class. You can also jump onto the certification that we're doing, and that will allow you to be a recommended reader here on Soulful Revolution on my website. We're building something really cool this year. I'm a Gemini North Node, and it's something that I want to do, and I've always wanted to do. All right, let's see where we go for Gemini North Node. I got an itch. All right, there we go. Queen of Cups Voyage of the heart. There may be a person in your life who's really showing you what it's like to live from your heart. You can have a lot of water in your chart. And if that's the case, you can learn from yourself, or you can learn from becoming aware of how much you're living in your heart versus how much you're living in your head. Balancing these two things. Being grateful for both of these two things. There's a new path being opened up for you right now, and both of these things will be required. All right, so you're showing up as the Strength card. I'm going to lay this out and then I'll talk you through it, okay? Strength card. The High Priestess as the situation. The Opportunity, Six of Cups. What is the message from Spirit? Knight of Pentacles. How did we get here? Queen of Pentacles. Near future, Six of Swords. This is the same card, basically, as the Begin Now. Okay? It's a new journey. So that's coming up. I'll get a timing situation on that. Recent past. Wow. 10 of Cups. Coming to some kind of closure about love or about your heart. Wow. Sun. So this is you. This is how other people see you. This is you. Look at this. 2 Leo cards. So how you're projecting is how people are seeing you. It's aligned. All right. Near future is the Empress. Hopes and fears is the King of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles. Outcome, Knight of Swords. So we are definitely moving quickly at a certain point. All right. We're definitely moving quickly. These 3 cards, I'll get to that in the extended. That's not relevant right now. All right. So I really like that these are aligned. The Strength card is how you are showing up, how you feel you're showing up, or how you're wanting to show up. The Strength card is your internal power, what you want to create. And in this deck, the Knight of Cups is riding up behind her. So some of you could have healed a heart, or you could be recognizing that healing the heart, right, is the main path to the future. Heal that heart. Begin now. If you're watching this and we're into February or even into March, you may be recognizing that this was the thing that was holding you back. Not healing the heart, not having the courage. It takes courage to love people. It takes courage to allow yourself to be loved. Because the only way real love exists, or how you know real love exists, is if you put yourself in a position of being hurt. You give someone else the power to hurt you when you're truly open to love. And in the past, that may have been a really tough sell for you. There may have been a lot of blocks to your heart. Some of you may have cut yourself off from love, or from your heart being more a part of your life because of some difficulties, some real hurts from a person who was right for you. 10 of Cups in the past. Okay, someone that broke off, that ended, it's not going to happen, something like that. The feeling of, okay, well then I'm done. Okay, now the High Priestess here is the situation, and this is like what I'm saying, you're picking up. What I'm laying down, you're picking up. This is the intuitive sense of you. And the High Priestess really has the ear of the higher self. It really has the connection to spirit. It really has the finger on the pulse of your spiritual life. And the situations, you know it. Right? Like, this is not news. This is not news that you've been like, you know what? I'm a loner. I'm done with love, or I'm done having people hurt me. I've had narcissists in my life. I have other things going on. I don't need relationships. I don't need them. Right? I'm just going to be like, a lot of people in COVID kind of came to that place of like, being alone is a heck of a lot easier. But being in relationship is what teaches us about ourselves. And you can't cut that off. So even if you're not looking for a love relationships, this can be about you and your mom. This can be about you and another person in your life. It doesn't have to be about an immediate love affair. But what I'm saying to you is love relationships in the past may have disappointed you. And it's time for that to move away. If it's time for you to, like, I'm not saying get over it. I'm saying learn to step through things. Learn to take in lessons and let things go. Learn to forgive. Learn to be somebody who lives from their heart instead of barricading yourself in the basement. Okay. The opportunity here is someone coming back from the past. It's possible. It's possible that that there is a person who was meant for you, and that didn't work out at the time, but it's possible the timing was bad. All right. I'm definitely getting a feeling of that. And you needed to be in this position of being on your own so that you could heal your heart. This is about nurturing self-kindness, self-generosity. Queen of Pentacles is about taking care of oneself and doing healing work, doing all of this. And so that you're aligned with this, how other people see you is a light shining brightly. And let's see, this timing is like, this is kind of timeless because Queen of Pentacles isn't really a timing card. Ace of Wands. So over the next, let's see, Ace of Wands is just 1 week. So if you're seeing this in the next, whenever you see this in the 3 months that this is my intention, is this is the 3-month reading. Whenever you see that within a week, it's likely that the healing has gone far enough so that you're shining brightly and so that this person can see you. It does feel to me like someone coming back from the past and we are now moving forward together. There's some kind of healing going on here. Now, let's talk internally for a second, because a North Node reading really is about your mystical purpose on this planet. And it does feel like your purpose got derailed or got stuck for a while. The message is saying from the universe is saying, it's time to stop being a workhorse. It's time to stop putting in so much time and effort in one part of your life. It's like getting out of balance. It's time to put some more work and effort into your heart, into your, what truly brings you joy. Okay, it doesn't have to be a love partner, but it can be like something that has happened to you in your life has really shown you what's important to you. North Node is all about embracing our purpose. And North Node is our karmic pathway. It's something that the universe is saying, here, you got to do. It's something that your soul made an agreement to. And you're kind of like grabbing onto it, like, okay, I'm in. Gemini, you might be saying, okay, I'm in, except if my heart has to be in it, except if I have to be vulnerable, except if I have to put myself out there again. Like, I don't want to do that. But I feel like inspiration comes in. This Ace of Wands is within 1 week of you watching this, inspiration comes in that will help you move forward. Knight of Swords is fast moving energy. So it's like, aha, it's like an aha moment. In the very near future, the Empress, more nurturing, more caretaking, more warming up to people. And the hopes and fears are this King of Pentacles. You're looking for the right partner here. If this is about you internally, there's a piece of you missing because of past hurts. That's what needs to be healed right now in order for you to keep advancing on your mystical path. All right. So I'm going to look at these 3 cards, and I'm also going to look at each house for Gemini, and I'll get you some clarity depending on which house it's in. It could mean something different, okay? Because the houses are the part of your life that are most affected by this reading. All right, so I'll go through them all in the extended. All right, let's keep going here. So North Node in, well, before we do the houses here, I'll show you this. This is interesting to me. 3 of Wands, the Star card, and the Page of Swords. There's the healing. All right, 3 of Wands. I feel like you might have expected love to come in even though you haven't healed yet. It's not going to happen. The healing has to happen, and then the messenger can come in, okay? So some of you have been putting off the healing, or you've been going down roads with people who are hurt people, people who are unavailable partners, lots of third party, lots of dealing with narcissists, all this kind of stuff. When you do the healing work, ba-bam, this is like a magic wand. Within a week, there is an opportunity. And I do feel like this is somebody who's coming back from the past. 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So before I go house by house, I'm going to ask about this piece here because it's moving forward quickly. King of Swords. Moon. Yes. All right. This is moving forward very quickly. 1 week, within a month. I feel like you guys are in some kind of commitment. Okay? If this reading, you're really watching this for Gemini North Node and like forget about love, I just want to know about my particular mission and path. There's something that you've left behind that you felt like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. You know, some of you could have dumped out on a degree. Some of you could have stopped just short of a promotion. Like, that's never going to happen, and feel hurt by it. You might have had an experience in your work or in your family life or other parts of your life. It does. Hearts get broken in work. Hearts get broken in school, in friendship, in, you know, no man is an island. So hearts can get broken in a lot of different ways. And I feel like what's happening here is the situation from the past is becoming a lot more clear. You see that it was fear that was holding the life back, holding the jewel, right? The uncovering the treasure. There's treasure from the past that is going to be resurfacing. And within 1 month, I feel like you guys will be committed. If this has nothing to do with a relationship, you are going to be committed toward moving down your path. I just feel like the heart being hurt by something or somebody is the key to the future, is the key to a new commitment in life, is the key to a commitment to your own spirit, your own mastery, your own path. I like this Ace of Wands as a magic wand because it's sort of like an aha moment of, oh, wow, I thought my broken heart didn't have anything to do with my work. I thought my broken heart was something that was separate from my dealings with my family or my friends. Turns out it's not. It's the core of everything here, Gemini North Node, okay? So you're waiting for all kinds of cool stuff to come into your life, but it's not going to happen until there is that heart healing. So let me get clarity around heart healing. I feel like some of you are terrified about your right partner. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands. Again, some of you need to forgive. Grace and gratitude, right? Some of you need to forgive. If you are not forgiving of an old partner or a family member, if you're holding grudges, this is blocking the path forward. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm going to look at each house and I'll tell you what each house is about, and we'll see about it for Gemini. So Gemini North Node, if you have that North Node in the first house is about who you are. All right. It's about who you appear to be with other people. The fact that you have this alignment of the Strength card and the Sun card, you are showing up as you appear to be. So I feel like people know this about you. People know that you're kind of like blocking movement forward because you've had a broken heart. People see it. It's who you are. In many ways, it's a brand, okay, of who you are. That, you know, you've all met people who go around and be like, oh, woe is me. I'm someone who had a terrible love life, and so I'm a loner. I'm not dealing with it. Forgiveness is the key, all right? If you have North Node in Gemini in the first house, forgiveness is key to unlocking your heart and getting you into this next level of your life. In the second house, all right, so hold on before I go. First house, anything else? First house, people. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Three of Cups. All right. Other people will celebrate this. I feel like you're being offered a new beginning, and I do feel like you're going to take it. I feel like this reading, you're seeing the fact that the broken heart has kept you from a full life. And I feel like also other people see it, right? The Leo energy here, the strength and the sun. Maybe you haven't seen it, but other people know it. Okay? That's if it's in the first house. If it's in the second house is the house of what we value and also our material possessions. So some of you could have, North Node in Gemini, if you've had problems with money or with your value system or other people pushing you to understand what your own value system is. Second house, Nine of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Judgment card. If you have Gemini in the second house, you're being woken up. Hey, wake up. Stop holding on to the past. It needs to go away. All right? You're holding on to it like a badge of honor and blocking your heart, but you're also blocking your intuition by doing that. If you're blocking your heart, it's almost like spirit can't get through. That's why tower moments happen. Okay? So this is not just about, this is about holding a grudge. There needs to be, right? Because second house is definitely the place where if someone harpoons us that we valued or someone does something to us that undercuts our own value system, we can feel it exponentially more deeply. And I feel like there's been so much blockage that you're even blocking spirit. You're even blocking God. Like being mad at God or something. Third house is about siblings. It's about your community. Third house is Gemini's natural placement. So if you have Gemini North Node in the third house, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups. Get a move on with this healing. And I feel like it comes through your communication. Third house is the house of siblings. You could need to reconnect with a sibling. Some of you are teaching the lessons of your silence to other people in your community. People see it, okay? Your siblings, if there's a broken heart around siblings, it's time to do the healing so you can move forward. I do feel like love is here. The third house is it's in your neighborhood or it's in your local community. You don't have to move anywhere. Some of you might be wanting to move. South Node in Sagittarius is somebody who gets up and moves all the time. We've got that right here. And changing location, it's called pulling a geographic, isn't going to help this time. You've got to move the geography inside of you. Wow. Fourth house, the house of home. If you have Gemini North Node in your fourth house, in your birth chart. Hanged Man. Empress. There's Empress. Nurturing, loving, mother, kindness. Wow. 3 major arcana cards. Surrendering to some kind of mother wound. Learning the mother wound or learning about woundings that you've had since childhood. Inner core, inner child work is the direction here that needs to be embraced in order for you to move through this. So it's deeper. Fourth house is very deep energy. It's naturally ruled by Cancer, but you have Gemini in the fourth house. That means you're trying to find your own home. You're trying to find nurturance. You're trying to find generosity and kindness. Like a mother wound is happening here. This is about seeing things differently. This is about forgiveness. And that's paramount right now. Okay, that's paramount for Gemini North Node in the fourth house. In the fifth house, what's being asked of you? This is the beginning of the new romance. Fifth house, the house of sex and fun and joy. And Gemini is about learning about what you want in terms of sex and fun and joy. So it can be exploration. It can be a little exploratory. The Six of Cups from the person from the past, Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. There it is again. So this person likely will go the distance. It's like you'll be married to this person very, very fast if you allow this exploration. If you allow this person to come back and you put in the time and effort, this is going to move long distance. No, not long distance. This is going to move the distance. It's going to go the distance quickly, like getting married very quickly. Fifth house is fun and creativity and joy and children. It can be about having children with this person. Some of you may have known this person as a child. Gemini North Node is teaching energy. It's about learning for yourself and then teaching others. So there's something here, it could be about children, like having children and then teaching children how to embrace their heart, how to forgive. All right, sixth house. We got the Seven of Cups jumping out. Sixth house, Six of Swords, High Priestess. Oh, I love it. Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups. All right, so sixth house is the house of day jobs, routines, okay? It is a lot of people think of it as a very mundane house. It's not. It's also the house of healers. And what jumped out was this Seven of Cups. I feel like there's a ton of confusion that you might have, and going toward your inner guidance here and getting messages from your higher self is the journey that needs to happen. You might be thinking your feelings too much. That's a routine. You've fallen into a routine, or you need to move toward a healing routine that includes meditation. That's where the information is going to come, instead of just like, I don't know, look at it all. Everything's a mishmash. Everything is just random, chaos theory. This is really about you deliberately going toward your intuition as a learning tool. And the messages come. It eliminates confusion. Wow. All right, Gemini North Node in the 7th house is about relationships, intimate relationships. The 5th house is about the beginning of those relationships, when sex and fun, kind of bring us together. The 7th house is the house of marriage, intimate partners, business partners. So, Strength card again, there you are. The 7 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Lots of stubbornness here. 7 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. This is codependent energy. So Gemini North Node is being asked to overcome some kind of codependency with other people, some kind of stubbornness, some kind of, I need to be able to stand up for myself in a way that isn't off-putting, or in a way that someone else can hear me, and not do all the work. Some of you need to bolster up the amount of work you're putting into your communication with your intimate partner. Some of you are blocking that stubbornly. That's what's being asked of you here. Some of you are not talking to your business partner. Some of you are just trying to go it alone. But I feel like there is some kind of codependency that's happening with this intimate partner. All right, Gemini North Node, you really need to learn to communicate better, empower yourself to do so. Right? Gemini North Node in the 8th house. Gemini North Node in the 8th house. Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Libra card. Balancing your heart and your head, learning how to do this is transformational. Okay, so it can't always be talking. This goes back to the heart piece that we're talking about. Voyage of the heart. And the Queen of Cups here. Learning about communicating from your heart. Learning about that. Page of Pentacles and balancing this is transformational energy. You might have a water sign teaching you this. To learn, or they might be showing you how unbalanced they are. And you have to learn how to be balanced. All right, Gemini North Node in the 8th house. Gemini North Node in the 9th house. All right, King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. All right. So in the ninth house is the house of higher learning. It's the house of exploration, foreign travel. It's naturally ruled by Sagittarius, which is your south node. Okay. So when Gemini is in the ninth house, ruled by a sign that is your south node, you can have a tendency to run away instead of taking action that is helpful to you. King of Swords, seeing a clear path, not running away. Instead, speaking your truth and not running away. Especially when there's other people around who are very dynamic or very my way or the highway. You could have somebody around you who is trying to dominate you. Don't run away from this. It is about communicating from your heart in King of Swords fashion. That is a very opposite energy. So ninth house, you believe, okay? Belief systems is very important to pay attention to. This can come from childhood lessons or negative lessons about other people and letting people dominate you or letting people have the upper hand. King of Swords, don't play that. Homie, don't play that game. Don't run away. King of Swords. Speak from the heart. Clearly and deliberately. Even if there's somebody who's narcissistic around you or something like that. You're going to need to learn to do that. King of Swords here too, even though you're afraid. Speak even though your voice shakes. All right, Gemini North Node in the 10th house, career, the house of career, the house of how you are perceived in the world. Gemini North Node in the 10th house. We have the Death card, we have the 5 of Wands, and we have the 3 of Swords. Gemini North Node in the 10th house, I feel like you might have to go it alone. I feel like there might be a situation where there's too many cooks in your kitchen. There's too many people telling you what to do. You really need to transform based on your own heart, not on what other people are telling you. And this is a different path. You might feel like, wow, my heart is telling me that this is no longer good for me. That this situation, that this, group setting. So you might need to go out on your own in your career. You might need to move away from toxic coworkers or people who are trying to gain advantage. And it's a little sad for you because I do feel like this is something that has given you this career or this career path, 10th house, is something that has given you strength and also given you the ability to try it out on other people. But I just feel like you got to go it alone. All right. You might, North Node in Gemini, you might need to go it alone and not fall back into a group setting. You might need to become an entrepreneur instead of being a part of a big company. All right. But there is transformational energy here and you got to find out what you really want. This might be a little sad for you leaving that behind, but it's important that you do. 11th house is the house of colleagues and it's the house of humanity, the house of the internet, how we're all connected. Gemini in North Node in the 11th house, King of Pentacles, Devil energy, and the Ace of Swords, can be about determining when money becomes a burden or when we are a slave to a large company instead of being aligned with our truth. Some of you may need to make some choices and speak out based on what you want to do or what your belief is around money and possessions that is humane. You might be working for a large company and they're chaining you to a desk. It's like, no, I need to go out. I need to go out on my own. And I have a lot of people that I can reach out to. 11th house. You have a lot of resources. Okay. North Node in the 11th house. You have a lot of resources, but you're going to have to speak up and cut the ties of a situation that's holding you back. North Node in the 12th house, the house of self-undoing, and also the house of our own connection to spirit. It is a very powerful spiritual house. Hierophant, Tower, Queen of Wands. All right, so North Node in Gemini in the 12th house, you might have hooked up with someone who is bipolar, a drama queen, an addict. You might have made a commitment to somebody who is fiery and creative and passionate, but also like out of control. And you have to align yourself with what's right for you. If you do have, it's possible that there's somebody standing in the way of this person coming back into your life, and you have to undo it. All right, Gemini is about communication. So you might have to say it out loud. I have to undo this. I can't move forward in this relationship because it's the way people do it. I have to make my own road, my own path. And you might be going against tradition. All right, so that's Gemini North Node through each of the houses. Now let me get a final outcome for you. There's the healing energy again. Let's get a final outcome. Gemini North Node, the first 3 months of this year, where are we going? What is going to be happening? Charlie, upside down. The first 3 months of this year, what is happening? So upside down is the Eight of Swords. You might not see this coming. This might be something very sort of out there for you. Like if you're watching this in early January, I'm posting this the first week of January. Come back and watch it in March. See if this made no sense to you. Okay, if this was like, well, I don't think that was me, but it could be coming. Come back and watch it in March. All right, so here we go. You're the World, Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is a learning experience. All right, you're going through a looking glass. Once you step in and do this voyage of the heart piece, learn to heal, learn to forgive, learn to let go. This is a big learning. Page of Pentacles, between the World and the Wheel of Fortune. These are fated and destined. And look at you. Nine of Pentacles. Stable, solid, capable. Seven of Wands, Moon, and the Empress card. Okay, so we are channeling our own power, our own self-nurturance. Even though we're afraid, we are no longer cowed by it. We're no longer held down by it. Talk to me about this person coming in, because I feel like that's ready. Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, you are ready. Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Not perfect, not perfect. I feel like you might lose faith in yourself a little bit. Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords. It's really important to embrace all this Queen energy. We've got the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups again, and we have the Empress here twice. This is divine feminine energy, so this is an internal lesson. All right, an internal lesson for you. And within a week of you watching this, doing the healing work on your heart is really going to bring you forward in a very fast way. I do feel like some of you are going to have a love partner coming back from the past, and you better be ready for it. All right. Gemini North Node. All right, so that was cool. So if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support the channel. I also have a birth chart mastery mentorship. And if you want to learn more about your birth chart and how these points, these, places in your birth chart, the North Node, your moon, your sun, Jupiter, how they're all talking to each other. If you want to figure that out, there is a link in the description box. So come join me on my birth chart mastery mentorship, and it is where you can ask all of your questions, and you're going to learn how they all talk to each other. So whenever you see videos about, oh, this kind of transit is happening, Saturn's moving into Pisces, and any of the planets moving around, you'll be able to figure out how it will impact you. Because astrology and knowledge about astrology and looking at the energies and using the energies to your benefit is how astrology is power. Okay? Astrology can be daunting. It can be a lot of information. It can be overwhelming. But here's the thing. I believe astrology is power. If you understand how all of these mathematical points and planets and asteroids and everything kind of work together, you'll be able to surf the energies. And that's really powerful. So come join me on my birth chart mastery mentorship. There's a link below. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you want to give me some more information about your own particular North Node. Love to see that.